Madden football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Eagles and the Ravens, all that and more, coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. It has been a tumultuous 2 weeks, but it is finally time for football as we're underway in Super Bowl 62. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A give, it's Jacobs off the option. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now back to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They go with Jacobs. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they've got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
Dancing to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. And, Charles, one of the big stories this week, the head coach of this offense looking to really cement his name among the legends of all time by winning a 4th Super Bowl title.
And to me, partner, you just have to marvel the way he brings his teams back to the Super Bowl time and time again. If he can win this 4th title, what a capper that would be to a brilliant career. Reputation as a big game coach, absolutely cemented with a victory in this one.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
On the carry, this is Scott. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This time, Jackson will throw it. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Ravens are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses. Yeah,
you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Set at the line for this next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They'll run with Scott, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. So that does it for the first quarter of Super Bowl 62. Back in a moment. 7-0 is our score. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. He'll get this out wide to Scott. And he will have a Ravens first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Jackson. Throw left side complete to Scott. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now it's Jackson.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
Jackson on first down, rolling to his left. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now Scott. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They go again with Scott. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
They'll try and run for him. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there, relied on the big guys up front, and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Scott. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And now Jackson will look to throw it, eluding the pressure right. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On third down, Jackson to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Everyone's eyes go to him when he nears the end zone, and that includes the coverage, who took away the easy throwing lanes and forced a high throw.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early two-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On play action, they'll throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Same target. It's Jacobs again. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Counter play with Jacobs. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Steps away to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They go play action with Jackson. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw brought in by Watson. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Buying time to his left. Got an open man. It's Scott. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Scott, and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. That's complete. Left side to Bateman. Down inside the 10. Touchdown. Rashad Bateman. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Ravens will extend their third-quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
It's all pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
First play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. And it'll be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So certainly a big mistake there, Charles. 1st and goal, and they throw the interception.
Oh, that's just agonizing for a team because you still got at least 2, maybe 3 downs in your pocket. So if it's not there on 1st down, there was no sense in trying to force something. Instead, they turned the ball over.
And he floated one out there incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
3rd quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
1st downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And this is going to be pulled in by the tight end Andrews. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. This time Jackson will throw it. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
Tucker's kick is good. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. Finding room at midfield.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play.
Back to finish off the big one, the Super Bowl 62, as we get you set for the 4th and final quarter.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Back to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Jones has it. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be fourth down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on fourth down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they are trying to play it cooled. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 53 yards. And the Ravens are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He will find his man Chase complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbounds.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Dancing to his left. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. They'll look to throw here.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
Touchdown, Eagles! Josh Jacobs from 6 yards away.
And the Eagles are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead's down to 24. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again.
Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the fourth quarter.
That in it, and for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Tucker now to add the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10.
Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. Second and 6, just inside the 30. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And it's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. And it's all over. Just one is left standing.